Today, I'm going to be providing you with some values in this question and answer series, as well as to enable you to become a better predictor and to make more profit in terms of finding the best games, and also to see how you can improve your profit with the strategies I'm going to show you. Now we have some questions and answer to share with you, and I'll also be providing important values and how to walk you through this so that you can make informed decision when it comes to finding the best picks and answering some questions and answers which has mostly been asked to us. And of course, I'll provide valuable answers to these questions and to enable you or let you to see exactly what you need to know so that next time you are going to make informed decision and come out with the best choice. So without wasting any much time, the first question in today's series is, can a website which I use affect the success rate of my match prediction picks? Of course, the answer to this question, before I even reply, I want to put it in a different form. This form instead should be, how can I know which website has more value and which site has more quality than the rest of the other site? Of course, if you go online, you are going to see a lot of prediction websites offering predictions to you for you to make your picks within the list that they are offering you so that you can go ahead to find your own match picks in the list before making your bet picks. But I can tell you that a lot of these sites online, some of them do not have value, and you need to identify which of the sites have more value as compared to the other. And in this video tutorial of question and answer series, I will show you exactly what you need to do to know which site is more effective or have more value as compared to the rest of the site. So taking you to my computer screen, I'm going to show you what you need to do and exactly how to identify which site is better for you and which to use when it comes to making best prediction picks. If you use your browser and search for the key term best soccer prediction website and click on the search button, you're going to see that a lot of websites will be displayed to you, as you can see here on the screen. Looking at the first here, based on the display result, we have the first here, which is Eagle Predict, and I want to open about 4 to 5 of these prediction sites. Looking at the first, I'll click and open on a new tab. I'll move to the second prediction site, which has been given to us here, tips180.com, and open. Then I'll go to the next here. I want to look about 4 to 5 of these different prediction sites. Then, of course, I'll show you exactly what you need to do. Now, looking at the first, which we have selected here, it looks like this from the front end. And if you come here, what you're going to see is the fact that they have predicted matches inside of this area. Today, as you can see, matches Atalanta and Marseille, they are giving this odds and they are telling you that the home team is going to win. Looking at the next, Leverkusen and Roma, the home is going to win. The odds is 1.54. And if you go ahead, you are going to see that there are a lot of games being listed inside of this particular site, telling you that there are the best picks for them. Moving to the second, in this list, you are going to see this tips 180. They also have their various predictions that have been predicted inside of their site. As an example here, you are going to see this area here, based on Atalanta Marseille. You are going to see this, the tip they have given you, a double chance, straight win, straight win, straight win, as you can see, based on the different games. The next also will do the same by giving you some list of matches which they think are the best for you to go. You can see this home team to win or draw, under 1.5 in halftime, and you can see their various prediction pick. The next here, I've said we should look at about 5 of them. The next here will still do the same, giving you what are their picks, as you can see here, as well as the different odd range they have given you, as you can see mentioned. Now, of course, we have seen the different types of prediction site. As you search for the key term best soccer prediction website, you are going to see a list of them giving you match predictions, which you should go ahead to make your own prediction picks in their list. But the question here is, how can you know which of this site is better for you and to follow the prediction picks based on what they are giving you? Of course, to do this right, what you need to do is to make sure that you look at the various games across these different websites and make a jot to know the success rate of this site at the end of the day without you first of all placing any bets based on the matches they have given you. As an example, if a website gives you 10 games based on a given day, and what you want to do is to make a follow-up and to see at the end of the day what were the result of this website at the end of the day based on the matches they have predicted, and make sure that you measure the success rate of this website. You are going to repeat this step consecutively for about 1 week and compare the prediction rate based on each and every one of the sites. If a particular site maintains its success rate by making sure that it surpasses the percentage of at least 60% and more, then of course that site has a better quality as compared to the other. In other words, you need to make sure that you create an analysis to look across these different websites to know exactly which one does better in terms of match prediction picks, compare all of them and see which one has the highest rating of that week. You want to do this and make sure to come out with the best site among the list, and that is going to be the right one for you. And of course, measuring the success rate, you want to make sure that you take the number of matches they have given you, and based on all the number of games, you want to know the number of win rate of these particular games given you. Example, if 10 games are given to you, and out of the 10, you have 6 of them win and 4 loss, then it is 60%. If you have 7 win and of course 3 loss, then 70%. You need to compare and calculate the percentage range to know exactly what percentage has a better rank. And once you detect the site which is better in terms of success rate, then of course it is the right time to answer this question to say that a particular website has a good quality. So to know if a site has quality based on the number of games or prediction they are providing is for you to make sure that you do a follow-up at least 1 week to see the success rate based on the event they provide to you, then calculate the percentage of win rate. If the win rate percentage surpasses 60%, then at least that site has met the quality. But of course, there is another trick behind for you to come out with even more success rate based on the website you have selected. The games being given onto you does not mean that you should go ahead to pick all of these games to include in your sleep. As an expert, I can tell you that once you ever meet games being given onto you, it is never a good idea to pick these matches and include them directly without you checking in-depth analysis to know the form of the team, how this team actually performed based on the last matches they have played, are they having any injury, and what could affect the performances of any gameplay to make the result be lesser than what has been provided onto you. In these cases, you want to make sure to go ahead to use some second or third party website that has some data analytics to give you the insight you need so that you can go ahead to find which of these particular teams or games have some issues which might not meet the criteria. You want to make sure that you check for injuries. You want to make sure that you check the last performances of the game. You also want to make sure you check the head-to-head of these events to come out with the best picks. And there are a lot of sites or apps you can use to do this. And one of them is an app, for example, like SofaScore, which you can use, as well as other third-party sites or app like FlashScore, Bet Explorer, and there are a lot of them. You want to make sure to go ahead to use website like this or app to check in-depth analysis to come out with the best result. As an example, let's look at this particular game here, Leverkusen against Roma. As has been shown inside here, they are telling you that by Leverkusen against Roma, they are telling you that either the home team is going to win or draw. What you want to do is to make sure that you come to site like SofaScore, as I've mentioned, and make sure to locate that particular event, click on it directly, and you're going to see a data by the right-hand side, as you can see here. The first thing you want to do is to make sure to come to this area that says lineup and click on it, and you are going to see the lineup of the various players who are going to play that game. You also want to look at the ratings of the players as well as these particular features that you can see here based on the rating. Now, the next thing you want to do is to come to this area that says matches and click on matches. In the matches area, what you are going to see is you are going to see this area here that says matches being displayed here. You want to make sure to come to this area that says Roma logo or Leverkusen logo and click on it directly. Once you click, you are going to see something displayed to you like this. You want to make sure to come to this area that says this tournament, click on it and see the performance of Leverkusen as compared to the other teams. You also want to make sure to repeat the same for Roma. Do this tournament as well and look at the way they play. Compare the matches they have played with. For example, Roma has had a match before with Leverkusen. They had a loss 3-1. And of course, they also have a match with Milan and they had a win. And with Milan as well. You want to come to Leverkusen and also compare and see what games they have played with and compare the strength. Now you are going to know exactly what to take when it comes to the comparison of this. You also want to make sure to come to this area that says team streak and locate this area here where you are going to see the performances here without clean sheet, both teams to score, the rating based on the right hand side, both teams scoring 5/6, this as more than 4.5 cat, 4/5, and other criteria you need to make informed decision. And once that has been calculated, then of course you are going to know exactly what to go for. You also want to make sure you come to the detail area. You are going to see the odds which has been given, and from the odds you're also going to have an idea of what you should expect. Now, looking at this area where you are going to see an area that says odds, there is a small writing here. And now they have inserted the logo of Leverkusen, and they are telling you that when the odds is 3.5, the expected chance of winning is 67, but this time it is 64 match win rate with this odds. This will give you an idea, and now knowing that going for a straight win can be an issue since it is dropping from 67% to 64%. You are going to have an idea, and now you want to start looking at the possibility of either Leverkusen to actually have a double chance in this event. And now, based on what you have seen, you can also come one step behind back to this area that says matches, and make sure that you come to this area to also locate the head-to-head and see the last head-to-head being played. Looking now at Leverkusen, what you want to do is to make sure that you come to this area here, the last match they had with Frankfurt, and make sure to click on it like this. Check the players that actually influences this game that they had up to 6 goals. Or you want to make sure that once you locate this, of course, you want to see the players that influences this particular event, and make sure that in the lineup, these players will still be found. Examples here, you are going to see goal scoring, as you can see, based on the various players. Like example here, we have Hugo, we have Patrick, and you can see for this particular opponent. Now, of course, Frankfurt and Leverkusen is the away team, as you can see here. You want to see which player actually make the influence of this game based on goal scoring. Example, Patrick, we have Patrick here. We have the other player here, as you can see, Granik. You have the other player here, and locate all the players which make influences based on goal scoring. And now you want to make sure that once you have checked that based on the favorite team which has been given to you based on the logo, then of course you want to make sure to come back one step behind and go to the lineup to check if those players are found based on the recent game they want to play. How can you check? You can check by making sure that you locate the lineup area. I will come back here. You want to make sure that you check the lineup, as you can see here, and make sure that those players influencing that game must be found. And if they are found, then know that there is the possibility of Leverkusen to either have a win or a double chance. With website like this, it is going to give you informed data and analysis so that you are going to know what particular event to go for in cases like this. Therefore, once you find matches in a given site which you have confirmed that that site is a good one for you based on comparison and the follow-up you have done, once that site is releasing events on which games are their most favorite, then you want to make sure that you also analyze those games with the help of second or third party apps to check inside data before confirming that pick. By doing so, you must and you will increase your winning chance greater than 99 and even 100%. The next question is, can SofaScore app really help me to improve my winning when it comes to chances and making more profit with this particular app or site? If yes, then what particular feature can you advise me to use, especially when it concerns this app? Of course, the answer is yes. SofaScore is an analytic app. It can help you to show you some inside data and analytics, comparing the team strength and showing you some statistics which are detailed insight that you need to use to make informed decision on which particular games you should pick once using the stat inside of the app. And if you ask me the question of what particular feature you should really pay attention to when it concerns this app, then I will tell you that the answer to this is making sure that you focus on the dropping odds section. I will take you to my screen and show you exactly what you need to do in this area of dropping odds. Now, if I take you to the inside here, this area here that says dropping out is very significant. You want to make sure to click on it directly, and once you do so, you are going to be taken to a front page that looks like this. Now, based on this front page, a lot of games will be displayed to you, but now, of course, it depends on what particular event you want to go ahead for, if it is football or basketball, tennis or ice hockey. What you want to do as the first step is to make sure that you come to this area here. There is a highlighted area here. If you want to go for football, then of course you want to make sure that you click on it directly to not filter by all sport. Make sure to come here and click on football as an example, and what is going to happen is only games based on football will be shown to you. The first thing you want to do is to make sure that you scroll right down at the bottom of this area. You're going to see a particular area that says football winning odds. In the football winning odds category or section, you want to make sure that you focus especially on this area that says based on odds and based on history. These particular areas are their selected events which they have selected, and they are giving you an idea of what you should expect based on the picks prediction. In other words, these are some of the predictions within this app that most of you might not take note of. Looking at this, you are going to see that 2 games or matches based on odds, and these are the match here for this particular event. As an example, Club Lyon and Pachuca, they are saying that the home and the away team based on odds here, they are picking team 2 as the game which they are predicting, and based on percentage of odds, it is 62%, and on history, it is 78%. Of course, you don't want to go ahead to just confirm this pick, but you want to make sure to come here and click on the event directly, and once you do that, what is going to happen? You're going to see something that looks like this. Before you want to go ahead to make any pick, you first of all want to make sure to come just as the same way as we have explained before, and look at this area that says odds. You want to look when the odds is 4.20, the expected chance of winning is 24%, but this team win 14, giving you one highlight, meaning that the performance of this team is dropping. Now they are giving you the next, when the odds is 1.62, the chance of winning is 62, but this time it is 78, telling you that the performance is increasing. That is the first step. Now, if you come to this area, you are going to see an area that says head-to-head streaks. You can see more than 2.5 goal, 5/6. Both of the 2 team logo are highlighted here. You want to look at an area where both of the team logo can be seen. And the one that you see both of them, also consider that it can be a possibility. But you will not confirm. We are going to include another tip. Now, there are 2 things you want to keep in mind. Looking at the fact that this particular one here is the favorite of 1.62. And now, you also want to look at 2.5 goals in full time. But as a wise bettor, if you look at this, looking at the improved performance rate, and you want to stay on a safe side, you now want to start to look at the possibility of either a double chance for the home team, since you do not want to stay on a risk. Now, looking at the possibility of a double chance might be one of the things you should look at, but you are not going to confirm here. We are going to use other things like standing table to confirm this pick. Now, in other words, we are looking at 2 things. The first is the possibility of either the home team to win or to give it a double chance. The next is the possibility of at least 2.5 goal to occur in the match in full time, or looking at 1.5 goal. Now, you want to scroll down and use the same technique here. As you can see, Club Lyon, you want to come and highlight this tournament, and also come to the opponent, highlight this tournament. You want to compare the matches. You can see the graph is easy to see. You want to look at the analysis of the 2, look at the team, look at the performance of this home team and that of the away team, which is Pachuca. Now they are telling us that Pachuca is better based on odds and also based on the highlight of improved strength. You want to compare the matches they have played with. Example, America 4:2. You also want to look on this area to see if this particular team has also played with America, and look at the performance, how they do perform. If they have played with America and the performance rating is less, then note that this away team has an upper hand. You also want to look at Tijuana. Look at Tijuana on this side. You can see they had a match with Tijuana. Tijuana had a match with Club Lyon. They ended as 1:1. In other words, you now want to compare that Tijuana almost have equal strength with Club Lyon. Look at Tijuana here. You can see that Tijuana also played with Pachuca and 7 goals were scored. Now you can see that if Tijuana almost have the same strength like Club Lyon, and they want to now have a match against each other, Tijuana against Pachuca, then of course you start to look the possibility of 1.5 and 2.5 goal, since they almost have equal strength with this Tijuana. Then if Tijuana also have a match with Pachuca, then the possibility of at least 1.5 or 2.5 goal is very big here. Now you have an idea for the fact that 1.5 or 2.5 goal is a big possibility based on comparison of the different games they have played, looking at the strength and see how you can compare each other and now match it to each other to see if goals possibility are the best pick here or which one as the safest. Now you have an idea of if you should go bet for goals or to go for a straight win or double chance based on analysis on team comparison. You also want to make sure to come to this area that says head to head and look at this area that says this tournament, compare how they have had the last games. Now you are going to have an idea, and if you have a standing table, you want to make sure to go ahead to also check on stands. Come one step behind and look at the next team. You want to repeat the same idea by coming back one step behind and choose another game, click on it and move to the next step. Repeat the same strategy, and for all those teams that have a standing table, then you also want to make use of the standing table as you can see here. As an example here, this is all. You want to make sure that you compare the performance of the home team based at home to know the number of games they have played, the number of wins, the number of goals scored, and the number of conceded goals. Also do the same for the away team and compare them to see which is better based on goal scoring and goal concede. You want to make sure that you go even down to also check the odd range to see which one is the favorite and know what to expect. You want to repeat the same strategy and find the area where in the head-to-head both of the team logo are found and now start to consider what you have seen. You also want to make sure to come to the team streak and make sure to look where both team logo are found. Come to this area that says matches as you can see here. Click this tournament on both of them. Repeat the same step. Compare which team they have played here and that of the opponent. Make a comparison of them both. Then you are going to have an idea of what to go for. Come to this team tournament and look at how they have played based on head-to-head to see what is going and what you should expect. By doing this, you are going to have an idea of exactly what you should expect and what to look at when it comes to this kind of analysis. Now, if you want to see the upcoming episode of this series, then you want to make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for upcoming series of this episode so that we can see how we can analyze the next step and other things you need to know and some question and answer with the response to keep you informed of what you should know when it comes to making the best picks. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and see you again in the next episode. Bye-bye.